Hello and
Hello.
welcome to another episode of the Appelboom Bites podcast. Today is episode number 75. It's the first episode of 2025. So welcome back to the show again. And we have two very special persons here on the show today. First, let me introduce our co-host for the upcoming 5 weeks. It is the one and only Lori Tata. Let me pronounce your last name the correct way. It's Lori Tata. Welcome on the show, Lori. How are you?
I'm doing so well. Thank you, Joost, for having me. This is so exciting. I'm so excited to be here for the next 5 weeks with you. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year. I'm so excited that we're kicking things off with Kari. I love her.
Hello,
Yeah, so that's our
hello.
guest for
How are
today.
you?
It's Karina Palacio. I hope that I pronounce your name correctly. We will just call you Kari,
Yes,
because that's
Kari.
how we all know you as Kari Bullet Journal on
Mhm.
Instagram and everywhere in the world. Welcome. And I was thinking, this is the first time that you're a guest on the show. How is that possible? Because we know each other for such a long time already.
Yes. Okay. So I don't know why you didn't invite me before, but now you did.
I'm so sorry.
No hard feelings.
No, I'm just kidding because we did a show together when you had the pen quiz, and I don't
The
know if
pen
you
quiz show. Yeah, that was
remember.
fun.
That
Oh,
was
Yes.
fun. By the way, the people that didn't see that series, because it was along a whole month, and then I came in the last episode and I won everything.
did you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. It
It
That
was a
was
lot
last
of
just
fun.
episode can be
luck.
a heartbreaker.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Claire Coco was leading during the whole month. Uh, the whole episode with Doug, they were both head to head until the last episode, and then I came in and I broke the
She beat both of
everything.
them. It was crazy. It was,
Crazy.
Who's
but why?
boss,
We
Kari?
already gave this spoiler, by the way. I don't know if this is a good idea because people are not going to watch it
They have
anymore.
to
But
see all the series.
yeah, that's true. That's true. It was a really fun series. Maybe I should bring it back
I
because it was a
loved the
good one.
quiz series. That was
Yeah.
really fun to watch. I loved it.
Yeah.
I think you should
Yeah.
bring it
Yeah.
back.
Maybe I have to bring it back. I have to
Mhm.
bring it back. All right, everybody, welcome in the chat. If you're on YouTube, please join the conversation. If you have any questions for any of us, let us know, and then we just discuss it. So that's why we are all here, right? All right, where was I? Yeah, introduction. So, Lori, would you like to start with your pen check, please?
The pen check.
Of course, of course. So I decided to share one of my newest scribos that I got from Joost.
Ooh.
This is the Saragossa, which is absolutely beautiful. This is one that Scribo did, and they released it a little bit early so that it was to benefit. Proceeds were going to the people who for the flood relief in Bologna. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's got like a rose gold trim. This is my first medium nib. This was like my third or fourth scribo. And finally I got a medium nib, and it's my favorite of all the writers. And I love it. And it's got all the blue and the brown. Julia here is in the chat, and she has one as well. She just shared her Saragossa. And yeah, it's Scribo and I are really good friends. I also got the Dandy recently, and they're just absolutely beautiful writers. And Appelboom has a great selection, and I love it so much.
It's
Very
beautiful. I
nice.
really like that blue. It's a really nice blue.
It really is. And at first,
Yeah.
I was thinking it was going to have more brown. And I like all my browns and neutrals. And at first, I was like, "Wow, this is really blue." But I'm loving the blue because I don't have many blue pens. And it does have like the little accents here. And that's the beauty of these. The resins are always different, and they're gorgeous. It's a piston fill, and it's so comfortable. I actually like the Ladata, the feel of the Ladata better than the feel. I love the facets of the feel, but I
Like
feel
the
like the
field, a lot
Ladata
better than
is
the
more
field.
comfortable
Yeah.
to hold.
Mhm.
And I don't have a
And this one
pink
has this is the brown details, right? The brown PVD details. This
the
one has
brown.
the brown PVD details, right? Yes,
Yes.
it's beautiful.
Gorgeous. Yep. And I
Oh,
got
very
my
beautiful.
first Scribo ink, actually. I got the sepia to go with this. And these bottles are beautiful. They're like, this could be a weapon. I'm certain of it. It's heavy, but it's
Don't tell Vanessa.
yes, I know, right? Maybe I can
Oh,
use this in my opening as my weapon.
Yeah.
very.
It's absolutely
Luca told a little bit about the background story about those ink bottles in our previous episode with Doug as the co-host and Luca Baglioni, the CEO of Scribo, that they were originally for Shem. I don't know, is that an English name?
What
English
is it?
word? Shem? It's
Gem.
like, yes, gem.
Okay.
Gem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they stack.
Very
They're
nice.
stackable, right? Which is pretty cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, they're
And it's
beautiful.
quite a
This
lot
is
of ink, so you can move forward with it for some
90
time.
mils. 90 mils. That's a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but this is good. This is my color, sepia. So this will go to good use. And it works in both this one and the dandy, which I love.
That's
Oh, that's super
important.
fantastic.
All right. Thank you so much for your pen check. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful
Thank
pen
you.
check for the first one.
Mhm.
Kari, what is your pen check for today?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I have my beautiful Benu. This one is a Euphoria bourbon.
Mm.
So this pen has been with me for a while, but this week is actually my daily carrier. And I have it in a double broad. Well, it's a broad, but it's very juicy. So I feel like it's a double broad. I have it inked
I was thinking
with
because Benny doesn't have
ambrosia.
any double broad nips, right?
No. It's just a broad, but because it is very juicy and it was tuned to be juicy. So
Oh,
it's
wow. It's extra
It's a
broad.
juicy broad. I like
extra,
that.
For sure.
The juicy
it's a
broad.
juicy
What we
broad.
love.
At the moment, it is inked with Ambrosia Indulgence by Ferris Wheel Press, particularly because it's kind of a reddish ink with the kind of coppery shimmer, so it matches the body. And I am the type of person that matches the ink with the pen. Having so many pens, you can do that.
Right.
And yeah, so that's my
You
daily
should. You
carrier
should do
today.
that.
What I have to say about Benu is that for me, I have a huge collection of Benu. I love this brand so much. And every time I have either one or two Benus inked at the forever. So, and look at this. You have to see this. Wait. The pen rest.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that is phenomenal. Look at her.
That's
so
crazy.
funny.
Where did you get that, Kari?
At the
Yeah.
comic store.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. I collect stuff, a Wonder Woman stuff, so nerd, huh? So nerd of me.
I love it.
And I saw this
But there's also the Wonder
pen.
Woman pen, right? You have the Wonder Woman pen, right? Or not?
I have it here. It's always here.
awesome.
Love it.
This should go here.
There you go.
There.
Mm-hmm.
This one is inked now, so I have it there.
What is your inspiration for Wonder Woman? When did you start collecting Wonder Woman stuff?
Well, I started drawing Wonder Woman. Collecting overall, I don't have many things except for artwork, like for example, posters and stuff. I don't collect many figures like this one, but I do collect. I like the drawings, the comic drawings, and I do have comic books. That's what I do collect.
Cool.
So I started collecting during COVID mainly, but I am a fan of Wonder Woman for over so many years, since my youth. And during COVID, I started a project called the Wonder Woman Project, and I started drawing Wonder Woman every single week.
Oh my gosh.
And I became fanatic of Wonder Woman, drawing comic book style. And I took inspiration, of course, from other artists. And I say, this day I'm going to follow this one, until Gal Gadot, out of the blue, reposted one of my drawings later.
Whoa.
So I finished kind of a mini notebook of drawings, and I started a big one. If you want to see them, I have them right here.
Wow.
Yes, of course.
So this was the little one, and I started just with a note that says Wonder Woman is a state of mind. That was the feeling of the moment, because during COVID you feel like stuck. I lost my mojo. I work out about 4 hours a day at that time, and it went back to
1
0.
second, Kari, 1 second. Lori, can you see the video of Kari?
No, now she's frozen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're frozen
Okay.
What
right
about
now.
you? Are you seeing the
Wait.
same thing, Joost? Sad.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have also
let
a
me
frozen
see.
Kari. Wait, let me
Let's
check if I
see
can
if
do anything from this side.
maybe if I move my camera, maybe
No,
here.
it's.
Oh,
I
the
think it's the
connection stuff
internet
is
connection,
Hmm.
but the audio is okay. So that's a little bit strange. So
And for
let's
those who are
see.
watching now, when this processes and Yoast posts it, there you go. You're back. You're back.
I'm back. Okay.
There you are.
So
Look.
I'm going to do like a little scroll of the notebook.
So
Wait,
cool.
wait, wait. I need to get some pages. Done. So the whole notebook ended up with Wonder Woman drawings. And then I move up to my new one. I stopped posting about Wonder Woman because the fountain pen community is not very nerdy around comic books and drawings and stuff. So I limit myself to do the art, but not fully the thing.
You
So
can
let's
just DM me your drawings because I would love to see them if you're drawing.
I transition now to painting the work.
Mm.
I don't know if you can see that one.
I think sadly we're having a hard time seeing you again, right, Yoast? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit frozen
Yeah,
again. But eventually
really
we will
bad.
use different footage from you, and then eventually in the video on
All right.
YouTube you will see everything again. So please show it, and then we will see it at a later point.
All right.
Right. There you go.
So that's another one. And these ones, I use fountain pens and fountain pen inks. So you see the shimmer, all those ones are inks done with fountain pen. This was the last one I did a couple of weeks ago. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's my new Wonder Woman project. And
It's so
yeah,
nice that you can have such a love for Wonder Woman, and you can share it in this way, right? So you can be creative with Wonder Woman so many ways.
well, there was this thing about goal setting that I do, that if you set up a goal, you can become proficient at that goal. And every time I put up a goal, I will become proficient at that. So at that time, I say, I'm going to do a Wonder Woman as in a comic book. So I started practicing, and I am at the level that I can draw Wonder Woman out of memory, which is something that I didn't have before. So now I feel like, and it's not my field, like I'm not an artist, I am not a trained illustrator or anything, but with practice, anything can happen. And I accumulated enough hours to say that I can draw.
That's so great. How long did it take you, Kari, would
Yeah,
you
it's
say?
good.
Like how long did you draw Wonder Woman before you felt really proficient in it?
Oh my God, so many hours.
Mm.
I cannot say because each drawing will be different. I will say that, for example, the line drawing, it's really fast and I can do in 15 minutes a whole drawing.
Wow.
But
Oh,
then if I
wow.
have to put color, I have to let it dry in between layers because working with fountain pen ink, is such a mess.
Right. Right.
So once you put the ink, you
Is
have to let it sit for a bit. And yeah, that's a project that I have. Now, my new endeavor is watercolor. And I know that you have participated in the podcast that we have with Alexandra Richardson and Marina from Studio Aquamarina. And
Yes.
both of
Mhm.
them are watercolorists. So they like watercolor and they work with fountain pens and they collect fountain pens. So we have this kind of a artistic background, the three of us. And I
Mhm.
started doing watercolor lately, which is a new media for me because I know inks, but I don't know watercolors as well. And I've been doing watercolor. This is the watercolor journal that I have. And I want to say, I'm going to show only the last one because the last one is related to the topics that we will have later. So, do you see this city skyline? Do you recognize it?
You froze for
It's
a second.
really hard for me to
Oh,
see, but I think it's DC. Is it?
There's a lot of green, which is beautiful in the
Yeah.
foreground. I love
yeah.
it.
So we have a skyline from the river of a city that I am going this weekend, this
Oh,
coming weekend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we
Which
can talk
city?
it later. It's not DC.
it's
It's
not
next
DC.
Okay.
weekend. So this
Okay.
weekend
Then we talk about it later. We talk about it later.
later.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's
We
given
talk
like
about it
she's
later.
leaving a few breadcrumbs for
Yeah, yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. Keep
I
tuned
love it.
because it will come in later. Now we'll go to the commercials and then you can come back later to see it. All right. Let's have a look at my pen check because
Yes.
I also have a pen check, of course, with me. And I have a new product with me, which arrived in the store in December. It's from Estée Dupont. It's quite a large one. Look, wait, let me
Ooh,
first enlarge my screen a little bit because I need the space. Because here it is.
wow.
And this is really a large pen. So for reference, I don't have any other pen here nearby. Yeah, I don't have a reference pen, but this is quite a long pen. Look,
Yeah.
next to my head. I also have a big head,
Oh
so maybe
wow.
that's not a good reference. But this is the extra large Line D Eternity monogram. What was the name again? Sorry.
Beautiful.
Monogram 1872. It's a silver XL fountain pen. It's a really, really large pen. It comes in
Wow.
silver and in gold. This is the silver version, as you can clearly see. But what is so nice is the grip section has these
Mm,
little ribs on it. So
yeah.
you have a decent grip on it. And it's just a really large pen, as you can see. A lot of
That
people like large pens.
Yeah.
Stephen, if you're watching this, Stephen Brown would love this. And yeah, it's just it's a really nice one. It just came in. We already saw the gold version of it, and we have it right now in the store.
beautiful.
And I have it here with me today. So this is a new one, and I really like it.
Joost, do you find
That
that
was my pen.
oh, I was just going to ask because I feel like SD DuPont is very popular in European countries, and I'm just wondering
Mhm.
if you find more of your sales or less sales in the United States for that brand, and why do you think?
Um,
Maybe you don't. Maybe you
well,
sell just as many.
no, that's a really interesting question. So, how I experience it is that in the United States, a lot of customers like to have like the resins, the acrylic, the resins. So, the Benu pens, Esterbrook pens, they use a lot of acrylics and resins. Leonardo,
Hmm.
Laban, of course. There are a couple of brands that use a lot of acrylics and resins,
Hmm.
while brands like Estée Dupont, but also Graf von Faber-Castell, Otto Hood,
The hoot.
Diplomat, they
Ooh.
use a lot of metals. So those
Mm,
pens are more heavier most of the time. And how I see it is that those pens are sold more often in Europe. I don't know
Okay.
why,
yeah.
but it's just something that I kind of experience. And of course, you have some exceptions. We do sell DuPonts and Otto Hoods and things like that in the United States and all over the world.
Mm.
But in general, this is a little bit kind of a feeling that I have. Maybe I'm wrong. So people in the chat, if you are from the United States and you're using solid gold pens or other metal pens, please let me know. But that's a
Yeah.
little bit how I
Yeah, that's an
experience
interesting
this.
observation. I feel like I've noticed that like when even myself being in the United States, those aren't pens that I have experience with or migrate to, but ST DuPont is definitely on my radar as a pen that I would love to try. And they're pricey, but I think my guess is that they probably buy fewer pens, but they buy these higher end ones. And
that's the problem with ST DuPont in the United States is also that the distributor in the United States has kind of an how do I say this in a kind way? They charge a little bit extra in the United States for the same pen, while it's just way cheaper in Europe. So
you
it's
need to
not
buy
self-promotion, but it's like I can recommend if you're in the United States, buy your ST DuPonts somewhere in Europe because it's way cheaper. And you don't really have to buy it with us. You can also buy it somewhere else, but it's more like general advice.
That's okay. What I like, there is a model from ST DuPont that I think it's called the All American or something American, that it has layers of the American flag and the stars on top. One of my friends, she actually showed me that pen during the Chicago Pen Show, and I put it next to the Wonder Woman drawing, and I did some film about that pen. Cool. Actually, that pen matches the Wonder Woman theme.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's the same color combinations, of course. Yeah. I have a pen here as well with that color combination, but I will talk about that later on. Kari, what you can do, I can do as well. No worries. All right, Kari, I have a question for you from our previous guest, which was Luca Baglioni from Scribo, and his question was for you. In which area do you look for innovations? Is it like the nib or the filling mechanism or the materials or something else? What is it that you look for in a pen for innovations?
Great question.
That's a great question. I actually like pens that come out of the box. So, for example, if they have a sleek design right now, when you were talking about metal pens, that's something that is attracting me lately a little bit more. And I think at level of design and innovation, there are two brands that I got metallic pens. Well, actually, three brands that I got metallic pens from because of their design and the different shapes that they offer. One of them is steel form, and they come from Germany. They have this. Actually, I have it here in my bullet journal. Let me pull it out. And it looks like this. Like, I love resins, and I like the funky feel of having a glittery pen. But look at this design. It's just sleek. Like, look at this.
So very nice.
Classic.
I think this brand is part of Leuchtturm notebooks.
Actually, really?
I don't know if they are part of Leuchtturm. I know that Lighthouse distribute this brand, but pen is really nice. And the magnetic closure. Then there is, I don't have it here right now, but there is Enso pen that I have prototype with a kind of a how do you say, like it's like a vanishing point, but it's a retractive.
Oh yeah, retractable nib.
Yes, retractable nib. And then, of course, Gravitas. There is a shape of the bullet that I really like. Also, the metallic feel. You know, like it's a heavy, hefty pen. This one is made of titanium, so too heavy. But feel when you're writing, I like that you don't have to actually press the pen. It writes.
I like that too.
So design, I would say. Innovations I like. Design, sleek designs. That's what
designs is important, definitely. Jamie, that's correct, but eventually in the end video everything will be clear. So if you want to see Kari completely without any disturbance, is that a word? Then
you can see her in high definition in the replay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe Kari will be high definition, definitely.
Oh my goodness!
All right.
But I am struggling with
talking about all those beautiful pens, Kari. Talk a little bit about the plans for 2025. Do you have a specific pen in mind that you want to have for 2025? that, you know,
Mhm.
on January 1st, you had you're writing down your New Year's resolutions and you were like, okay, this pen, this is my goal for 2025.
Mm.
Okay. Well, actually, I have two pens in my mind. So I have one
That's okay.
that I think it's more close to my goal in
Mhm.
price, which is the Magna Carta that I don't remember the name, but it has like this funky acrylic that goes with green and reds and gold, something like that. I don't know. I don't have it with me, but it's in my dreams. I think I saw
Mhm.
it somewhere online, maybe in your website. I was
Most likely. I
seeing.
think so.
Uh, and of course, a little bit higher end, that's kind of a bucket list pen that I have in mind. It's by Montblanc, and actually, Lori has this pen, and she showed it to me last time I saw her, and I was like, I need this pen in my life so badly. But then I went
Lori is
to
a really
shop the.
dangerous penfluencer. You have to watch out with her.
It's
Everything which she's showing you, you
dangerous.
have to buy. It's crazy.
Well, I know my
Sorry, I'm
limit.
sorry, Kari.
So that means that I will not be able to afford that pen anywhere close to this time. Is the Jane Austen Montblanc. So that those are the two dreams.
That's a nice one.
Dream.
That's a really nice one.
It's really,
Lori, do you have it close by? Can you show it, or you don't have
I
it there?
do. I can grab it. It is beautiful. That was the first time I ever purchased a pen at Montblanc in the store. Do I have it here? I hope
Mhm.
I can get my hands on it. It would be bad if I lost that. Here it
Yeah.
is. No. Um, and Kari, I almost got it on Cult Pens because I think you can get a little bit of a discount on Cult Pens, but
Okay.
I did really love this pen. I love the color combo because I do like muted colors a lot, and it is beautiful. So I hope you get it. I also love that they combine the gold and silver together,
Yeah.
because then
Mhm.
you don't have to
That's
pick.
always
You
great, you
get
know, when
both.
brands do that.
Yeah.
I love that, and
Boom.
yes, and I love. I'm really into the finial of Mont
Oh,
Blancs. I like the ones
that-
that look different, but
yeah.
yeah, I think you're gonna get it.
Yeah, well, there is a reason behind the two brands and why these two pens specifically. The Mont Blanc, because of Jane Austen. Jane Austen, I've been a fan of Jane Austen since a young age. I read all the books when I was like at 17, probably. I finished all the books, all
Wow,
the novels.
wow.
Oh wow.
Then when I went to university and I did my second bachelor degree, I had to read them again in English. So I was like, okay, let's take literature again. And I would read that. And then when I came to Canada, I started collecting vintage edition and new editions and collections of her books in nice binding. Uh,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and of course, everything. I think is one of the authors that changed the way that is see women in society. She wrote for women. She wrote about simple life, and she wrote about funny things about women and relationships. So that's why I love her so much. Anyway, we
How
can
many
talk
how
about.
many books did you read from her, Lori? From
I'm
Jane
on my
Austen?
second. I've only done two. I did Pride and Prejudice, and then that was what I read immediately when I got the pen because I honestly felt
Mhm.
guilty buying the pen without ever having read.
Reading the book.
Yeah, I felt like a fraud. I'm like, how can I buy this pen?
Yeah.
Because I really do like when something has meaning, and
Mhm.
I felt weird buying
They
it.
should put a
And
quiz. They should put a quiz before you can enter that product
before,
page.
yes,
Like,
a
okay,
multiple
Yeah.
choice that
answer
you
those three questions. Like, what is happening in this book? Is it,
and it's
you know,
amazing. Once I read Pride and
to
Prejudice, how many Jane Austen references are everywhere. And I said, how was I
Yeah.
51 years old before I read Jane Austen? I was embarrassed, honestly. And then I started to read, oh God, what's the last one in the series? I wasn't as into it. I'm trying
Well,
to
there is no year. All the books are individual. So you have Pride and Prejudice, you have Emma, Sense and Sensibility, Persuasion.
Persuasion.
The
Persuasion was the one that I
Persuasion is
started.
short.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
slow burn. And then we moved, so excuses. But I can't decide if I want to finish Persuasion or start something else.
No, finish Persuasion.
Okay.
You're going.
Is it also a book
Yes.
that
Well,
you can recommend to me, or is it really especially for women?
oh, you can read it.
You
If
could
you read,
definitely
you're
read it.
going to be evolve at the level of intellectual level higher. So you need to read it.
Yeah.
You'll be a better husband.
You
Okay.
will be a better person if you
Yeah.
read.
I think so. And what's crazy is she
So
wrote
But
I
it
have
like when
two
she was
daughters.
20.
Maybe it's in their interest if I read that for my daughters
yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
well, by the way, there is a the Austen Blue Book Club. There is a movie that actually starts with women reading this book, and this guy joining the group
He
because of
joins the group. Hmm.
yeah. I don't know if you remember that movie. The reference is that at the end, all the husbands join the club, and they all read Jane
Yeah.
Austen, which is yeah, it will improve. Yeah, your wife will be
Maybe it
really
helped me
happy.
understand women a little bit better.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what happened? So in the
All right.
middle of reading Persuasion, I started reading Jane Eyre, and that just totally took over and loved
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Different author, but
Well, Jane Eyre, I will say that at the level of preference, I would prefer better Jane Eyre than Persuasion.
okay,
So,
same. Okay. We'll talk later, Kari. And I would
yes.
love to compare because Jay is a big
You
reader
guys
and
should
he's always
you guys should start a book club. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's a
I'm
good idea.
thinking about
Or,
starting
Yeah.
one as a live on my channel where we choose the book
Yeah.
on Instagram. I'll give 4 choices. We choose the book and then we read, and
we
then
read it.
in like 4 weeks or whatever, in a month's time, we'll go live. I'll go live on Time with Tata. We'll discuss the book, and then I want to
Yeah,
talk a little
I
bit
like
about
that.
like journaling,
that's
reading
perfect.
journals and stuff like that at the
Reading
second half.
journal. That's what I do.
Kari,
And
let's
That's a
talk.
great
Maybe we'll
idea.
choose the first book together.
yes, let's
Your
do that.
pen tube is meets booktube. Look at
Yes,
that. I
Yes,
love that.
the pen too.
I
I
love
Yeah.
like
that.
it.
All right.
Well,
But Lori, what is your goal pen for 2025? What is your 2025 goal for a new pen?
Uh, I feel like I ended 2024. I got Tasha, and that was a pen I never thought that I would own. And I got the Jane Austen. So I really felt like 2024 was
But
excessive.
2025 is a long year. It's a
I
long.
know,
They're
I
like
know.
300.
I feel like my goals for 2025 are to enjoy what I have, which is so boring, but enjoy what I have. I want to
Mhm.
do some nib work, but I really do want a Magna Carta. I don't have a Magna Carta, and I really would like a Mag 650. I'm just trying to find the right resin. I think I like the amber, like the brownish tones, and I also like the green one is really
Mhm.
pretty as well. There are a couple, like Gold Spot has one. There are a couple, so I feel like I need a Magna Carta in my collection, and also I'm on the hunt. I haven't found it yet, but I would love to get a King of Pens eventually, but I haven't
Mhm.
found the right King of Pen that I love, because I have the 149 and I have the Platinum Izumo and the M1000, and I feel like that is kind of the for sailor.
Yeah.
That would be really nice.
yeah.
I just don't know if it's going to be too big, but I think I just haven't found the right one. That's a little bit more of a hunt for the right King of
Mhm.
Pen. And then another
There are
pen that I
plenty
really
of
want
days 2025.
excuse me?
So it's a long hunting. There are a
It's
lot
a
of
long
days
hunting. Yeah,
left
we'll
in
see what comes out.
2025. So
Hmm.
yeah.
And a Pilot Falcon. I've never used a Pilot Falcon.
Oh, that's a good pen.
Yeah, and that's not like crazy
Yeah. You should
expensive. I
try
feel
one.
like I would like to get a Falcon. Yeah, I'm trying to get like things that have like a different nib, like the Magna Carta or the Falcon, in trying to do things a little bit different. Um,
Yeah.
Although
Mhm.
I'm still trying to liquidate my inventory for my reselling business. And I bought the Tasha for myself as my gift because I set some goals, some personal goals. But then
Oh
my husband,
no. Oh no. Oh
oh, look
no.
who's
The other
Oh,
here.
half of the Juicy Brats is here.
Hey, girl.
Unbelievable. Welcome, Vanessa.
hello. Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, Vanessa. Welcome. Lumpy, say
Hey.
hi to Auntie Vanessa. I see he knows she's here. He knows. Look who's here. Look
Aww.
who's here.
Very.
I'll turn
You're
it up.
welcome.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
I have a question, guys, about the Magna Carta because I don't know much
Mhm.
about the brand. I know that they have amazing flexible nibs, and everybody says you need to get a Magna Carta with the flex nib and everything. So that's kind of the goal, the nib and writing with that flexibility.
Yes.
What do you think?
What do you think? I'm sure you've
It's
written with it. I think that sounds wonderful. And and also I feel like a Magna Carta would make me slow down when I write as well. And I kind
mhm.
of want to work a little bit on the craft of writing, and I want to read more. Like I kind of want to just get into it and be creative. I feel like I used to be a very creative person, and now I feel like I just acquire stuff, and I hate
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Like I listen to you and you talk about your drawings and setting goals and watercolors, and I feel like you go for it. And I feel like I spend a lot of time talking about being creative and then I freeze. So and Vanessa is actually somebody who's very inspiring because she is very free flowing with her art, and she just goes and she just does it. And I'm in my head all the time. So I would just like to be more creative with everything that I have, and think less about stuff and
Less
more about,
thinking, more doing.
More
yeah. And
doing.
actually, Joost, I think it was your interview with Alexandra, and she was asking you about did you do an interview with her? I feel like you did.
Yeah, but it's a long time ago. It was quite funny because we did the interview in the summer somewhere, and it was posted in December. So it
Okay,
was
so it
posted
was
a few
recent that
years,
I
a few
saw it.
weeks ago.
But you had an
Yeah.
answer that stuck with me, and I just figured I would share it because she was
What
asking you
was it?
about like if there was a pen you wanted or something you felt like you had to have, or how big your collection was. And Joost said something to the effect that I can appreciate something that's beautiful and not have to have it. And that really
Yeah.
just appreciate it and then move on
Yeah.
and be like, yes, that's beautiful. I don't need to own it. It's great that you do, or that so and so gets so much joy from that, but I don't have to have it. And sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, I have to have that. And I'm
Well, it's also
trying to let
safer,
that
for
go.
my wallet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's it's getting really expensive if I have to own everything what I like because it's so much. And then no, that's not
It's
good.
unnecessary though, because I have
Yeah.
Lori, I swear we are the same person. Shannon and
Ah,
I, we
my goodness.
yes,
Hey,
we we're
that's Shan.
working on it though, Shannon, right? Oh,
Yeah.
you're so handsome. Mwah.
Very nice.
Oh,
Um,
Lumpy. Look, Lumpy, you have supporters.
Me
Look at
too.
this.
Lumpy has a fan club. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. Mwah. I love you. Mwah.
All
So
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking a lot about the Magna Carta, so let's jump into the new products. For now, we're gonna go back later about the plans for 2025. But I have to do this right now. So
New products.
Okay.
Magna Carta, a new product that recently came in all the way from India. We have it here, the one and only Verde Royale, the Mac 600. They are beautiful
So
colors. It's green, it's red, it's gold, it's Wonder Woman. No, it's not called
That
Wonder
is
Woman.
just
We
what
should
you
have called it
described,
not
Wonder
so
Kari.
Woman.
Wonder Woman. This is more like a poison ivy type of pen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poison
it's
ivy.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Vanessa also really liked the color. She texted me personally about this. It's a wonderful piece. I really like the color combinations. And yeah, okay. Vanessa helped me with the name of this model because Magna Carta sent me this pen, and I didn't have a name for it yet. So I asked him like, "Hey, what kind of name can I give this pen?" And they were like, "Yeah, you can come up with one." And of course, I asked Vanessa because Vanessa is the creative person, the most creative person that I know. So I asked her, and she came up with this beautiful name. So thank you, Vanessa, for that.
What's the name?
And
Did I miss the
it's
name?
Verde Royale. Verde
Verde Royale.
Royale.
Ooh,
That's
that is good.
Yeah.
it.
And it has, of course, the flex nib on it. Does my
Oh,
camera pick it up?
Gorgeous.
I want that.
Yeah. So it's a true flex nib. If it does need some practice to learn how to write with it. If you're not familiar with flex nibs, we did have some issues with customers buying this pen, don't have the experience with flex nibs, sending it back because the pen wasn't writing how they expected it to be. But that's how a flex nib writes. You have
Yeah.
to be patient. You have to, yeah, you have to be like that. So
That's
Vanessa even
wonderful.
said it with
I
an
love it.
accent. The
Yes.
Yeah.
Verde Royale. Yes.
I've been writing with,
So that's the Magna Carta.
yeah.
Beautiful.
What I
So
want to say,
beautiful.
Flex Nibs, is that I've been writing with vintage pens for a while. When I was younger,
Hmm.
all the pens that I had in the household, they were Flex Nibs. So that was the first experience I had. And then all the fountain pens that came later, they are like stiff nib, and even though the gold tend to flex a little bit, I think the people needs to start practicing the downstroke a little bit more with the flex nib. It
Mhm.
demands more practice, as you say, but it's not hard to achieve, and anybody can write with flex nibs if they
Hmm.
know how to take the time
Yeah, but
to
it's
go.
you have to take the patience and you have to learn how to write with it. It's not for everybody. I agree on that, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's jump to the second new product because well, we don't have a lot of time left, and of course, we also wanted to
We're
discuss some other
chatty. We're a
topics.
chatty bunch.
Uh,
Yeah,
yes, it's okay.
volume 2.
It's a product that was launched yesterday. I got the email from Benu, and it's the Benu Pixie. It's a new pocket-sized pen. It comes in various colors. I don't know exactly how many colors. Wait, let me check quickly how many colors.
I feel like you said 9.
Well,
They
now I need
launch
another.
they launched a new model, Benu, in 11 colors. So
Wow.
don't tell
11.
me there's not a color that you like
Something for
because
everyone.
Okay.
well, there's for everyone. So it's a pocket-sized pen. So if you like Coeco Sport pens like that, it's the same size or it's a similar size, and it's something completely new for Benu. So I'm really curious about how
Mm.
that will hit the market. Kari, you're a real Benu lover,
Oh,
or at least you have a lot of
eat
them.
that.
Is this also on your wish list?
It is. Now it is on my wish list. I'm doomed. Like
Doomed.
I am doomed. What am I going to do?
Magna Cartas, Benu,
Yeah,
Jane.
thank you,
But it
Joe,
is a
for
pocket pen. It's a pocket pen, Kari. Do
So
you
do
do
we
you
know what the
have
price is?
something
oh my
against
God.
pocket pens?
I use so much pocket pens. I have micro pens.
Micro.
Uh, yeah, I love pocket pens, all sorts of pocket pens. So I would say that is now like, why?
It's
Tell
just
me.
picking the right color.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to choose that right away. As soon as we finish this connection, I'm sure
Yes.
that.
Joost,
Why?
is there a
Why?
release
We
date
should.
for those? Are they live now or when will they be
Yes,
released?
they're on the website. You can check them out on the website. We I worked really hard to put them on the website today, but they're on the website right now, so you can
Awesome.
check them out if you're there. Yeah, they're launching in March, so it will take about 6 weeks
A
before
little
they
while.
arrive. But at least you can already think about the right color that you want because 11 colors, guys, it's crazy. It's a lot of colors. So yeah, so those are the new products. I had another one, but I will keep it short because I also want to discuss, of course, other plans for 2025. Lori, yeah, Lori, are you gonna attend any pen shows?
That is a very good question. I originally, well, I definitely want to go to the Commonwealth Pen Show because I feel like this past year
Mhm.
it was cut short because I had a family engagement and that's my hometown pen show. So I would like to like
Mhm.
really experience that next year. And but we are traveling quite a bit. We're going to Madrid to see my daughter and my
Oh,
son
nice.
Rocco, who are both going to be Rocco leaves for Madrid on Monday and Angelina's there right now. So we're going there for Easter. It's going to be my first time in
Mhm.
Spain. So we're in Madrid in April and then our 30th anniversary is in June. So we're going to be in Italy in June. It would be really
Fascinating.
nice if I could
Nice.
make a pit stop at the Dutch Pen Show first before we
You
go,
should. You should.
right? That was such a wonderful, wonderful trip and such an amazing experience. And Utrecht is such a great town. And then we took the train over to London. Like Jay and I still talk about how phenomenal that trip was. Jay went on like an 8-hour bike ride that day and just the
Oh,
day of
wow.
the show. And it's like, he's like, it was like one of my best days ever. But I don't think that I'm going to many this year because we're doing so much traveling for the family. But my husband, Love to all.
Bye,
Oh,
Vanessa.
bye. Oh, girl, go get that. Go
Chase
clean
Oh,
your
up on the
dreams,
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Chase your dreams on the treadmill.
Yes. Just like the real. So I'm not really sure where Jay has a lot of travel going on this year. So he's like, are there any pen shows that you want to go to that maybe like I can adjust my travel to? So to be
Yeah.
determined. Definitely Commonwealth. And I don't know if Brooklyn's coming back. I don't know if Stationery Fest, because that's another one that's really easy for me because my son lives near New York. So I would definitely go back to Brooklyn
Hmm.
because I don't have to fly and it's really easy, but I haven't seen an announcement there. So those would be the two
Mhm.
definites, and then other ones would be, as they come up.
Depending
Yeah.
on your plans. Kari, what are your plans for the pen shows for
Um,
2025? There is one next weekend or the upcoming weekend.
yeah, one I'm going. So I did that drawing for the my postcards for the Philippine show. So that's my first pen show of the season.
Fun.
And
Hmm.
I actually sent them to print and they couldn't print it right away. So I have to pick the printing after. It says Philippine Show 2025. Every year I go to a pen show, I create a postcard specifically for the pen show. In this
Oh,
case, the
that's so
postcard
nice.
is
It's so
available
nice. See if I have
Tasha table
one.
because I will be behind the table with Tasha, luckily for the pen show. So that's
Hmm.
the first pen show. Then I have in the month of May booked already a couple of pen shows. I have a Chicago pen show booked and Montreal pen show. So
Ooh.
Scriven
Oh,
Montreal is
wow.
the first uh, pen show in Montreal. There used to be like a smaller pop-up pen shows, but this one is already organized in a bigger venue. It's going to be one day. You know that Toronto has one day also event. Canada, it's not a big
Hmm.
crowd, but because it's one day, it's huge. Everybody kind of join. I hope we have a good opportunity to show what I do there. I am hosting a couple of workshops, or one or two, I'm not confirmed yet, but one of them is going to be
Hmm.
related to journaling and journaling with fountain pens. And I am thinking about kind of doing a lecture about how I journal and then the steps to create goals actually and plan ahead in your journal. So that's
That.
a big deal. And of course, artistic, the other workshop will be related to art, but I am not confirmed for the second one yet.
Wow. What a great lineup.
Yeah, well, DC Pen Show coming also. I am booked for that one, and Toronto Pen Show. One is not confirmed yet, but for sure I want to go. It's the Ohio Pen Show,
Oh,
and there is a reason for that. I have my friends from Indiana that are going to the Ohio Pen Show, so we are going to meet there and do social life. Those people from Indiana are my pen pals, so these are huge social gatherings. I say, the pen shows, Lori. You have been there. It's all about social life and
Hmm.
about uh, gathering
It's one
together to
big
do this.
socializing event.
really
Yeah,
fun.
I would love to go to the Dutch pen show, though. That's something
Dutch Pen
maybe.
Show's amazing. And it's 2 days this year, which I think is
Yeah, you
really
should come to the
exciting.
Dutch Pen
Ooh,
Show. Yeah, it's 2 days. It's
yeah,
May 31st and June 1st. It's the first time that we're having a 2 day show, so it's quite exciting.
yeah,
People call it a destination show now. Apparently, if you're a
Mhm.
2 day show, then you're a destination show, so
touristic.
that's a good
Mhm.
thing. So people can enjoy a whole
How are you
weekend
feeling about it being
with
2 days,
pens,
Joost?
stationery, inks, paper.
Very
Sorry,
nice.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I
I
was just
didn't hear
curious,
you.
how are you feeling about it being 2 days? For real? How are you
How I
feeling
feel
about
about
it being a
doing it
2 day
2 days?
event?
Well, it's going to be an interesting weekend.
He's
I think on Monday I will stay in my bed the whole day because I just have to recover. I think from the whole weekend because the weekend it starts on Friday already. You know, we have dinner with all the vendors and everybody. You know, when people fly in on Thursday or Wednesday, you also have to welcome them and, you know, show them around, or, you know, be there. And yeah, it just takes a lot of energy. But of course, it's all positive energy and good energy.
But you're
So
the host.
I don't want to miss it for a second, but it's energy.
It's a lot. Yeah. You did it.
Yeah.
You run a beautiful show. I just wanted to show really quickly. This was from Yoseka that Kari, this was the postcard she did for Brooklyn that she gave
Yeah.
me. This is the entrance to Yoseka Stationery. So Kari gave me one of her
Oh,
postcards.
that's so nice.
So I just wanted to show it. I think it's such a beautiful tradition that you do that, Kari.
Yeah.
And what a great memory and what a great thing to share with friends. Like, this is part of
Yeah.
my memories from Stationery Fest. Thank you.
I am glad you liked it, and still you have it.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Kari,
Very
Kari,
nice.
are you planning to come to the Dutch Pen Show or not?
Okay, so it actually happens the weekend after the Montreal Pen Show, so I'm still not, I don't know yet. But you know, in my dreams, there is also the dream. And if you manifest to the universe, maybe the universe will give you what you manifested. So,
Put it
yeah,
out
I'm
there.
looking to the
Well,
universe.
hopefully.
Maybe some people will invite me and I will be able to go.
Yeah, you
Maybe
should
she can
come.
teach a journaling class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should.
yeah.
All right. Lori, do you have a last question for Kari before we are having to wrap up this episode?
Well, since Kari is Kari Bullet Journal, she has beautiful journals that I have seen firsthand, and she has devoted so much of her life and time to bringing people together through journaling. She does like monthly journal stops where people meet in a location that I hope to attend one day. But I'm just curious, Kari, what you think the biggest benefit is for people for journaling or planning. You can talk about goal setting, or what is it that feeds your soul the most about journaling?
Yeah. Well, eh, I love journaling first because when you're stressed out and you have so many things to do, I'm a teacher also, so it's really, really hard to keep up with the busy life. I like journaling because you can actually set up all your priorities right there at the beginning of the day, and it helps you to stress down. For people that have anxiety, for people that have attention disorder, I think it's the best way to reduce the level of attention that you need to have in your brain if you write it down. Once it's written down, it's there. You can go back anytime you want to reread that and say, oh yeah, I remember now, I need to do that. You know, so for that, for goal setting also, you know, like you mentioned about the goal setting, when you have something that you want to attain and then you're clear about it. Okay, I want to go to the to the Dutch Pen Show.
Yeah.
What do I need? I need to book the tickets, I need to book the venue, the hotel, I need this budget, you know. And your journaling helps you to set up all those steps that you need to attain the goals that you want. And smaller goals, big
No.
have also the possibility in my journal to be creative, which is my hobby. And I use my daily journaling to express how creative I want to be through drawing every day, through watercolor every day, through writing practice every day. I think journaling can take you in many directions, like writing down the summary of the book that you read in your book journal. And just a common place to put all your creative endeavors to. So I think there are many aspects of journaling that can help everybody through the planning, which is more productivity level, to the artistic level.
I love that. It's a huge range.
It's a huge range.
Yeah.
Like when somebody asks me, how many journals do you carry or how many journals do you use? And there is such a lineup of stuff because at school, I would say if I have to talk about my one common place is my bullet journal. That's why I have like my weeklies, my dailies, my collections, everything is here. And then I have gratitude journal and writing practice, and then you have the commonplace in my travel journal. This one is the one that comes in the pocket size, and then you have the sketchbooks, which are the house of your artistic ideas, and then the book journal, of course, because you want to make it beautiful. You have another notebook for that.
We have to lift weights just to
Yeah,
strengthen
just to
our
carry
arms
all
to
the-
carry our books around the house. I know I do. My husband, I'm like Mary Poppins walking around with all my journals. Like I saw an Instagram post that called the journal stacks an emotional support stack.
Yeah.
Like you just carry it with you, whether you're writing or not. Like
Imagine
it's
all this
ridiculous.
stack
Yeah,
of journals. Yes.
I love it. Don't leave home without them.
Yeah, exactly. And then it would be nice when I host this journaling, it's more into the creative journaling. But last weekend with Loistrom, we did a vision board setup with goal setting and 100% focus in these visions that we have for the year, like traveling, like collecting pens, or getting work done in the vision board, being a better person, self-develop in the right direction. That's the workshop that I hosted with Loistrom, and it went really, really well. I think that's something that I would like to do if I do a workshop in the future for any pen event.
Hint, hint.
Yes. There.
This is a good one. I like it. I
So
like it.
good. Come
Yeah.
to Boston, girl.
Yes, I'm
Mhm.
going. You need to have me in your
Mhm.
house.
Okay.
I sleep on the floor.
Okay. Well, thank you. That was great.
Perfect. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it, Kai.
I like that. I like that. All right, we're almost here at the end of the show, but Kari, for our next guest, you can come up with a question. So, what question do we have to ask our next guest when we're starting the show?
All right. So actually, I have one question, and it's related to the difference between the pen nibs and why. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
we know that there are many pen nibs and grinds that somebody can choose. So the person that comes is why they chose that nib.
Hmm.
So to give a reason why they like a specific grind or why they like a specific sorts of nib, because everybody has its own, like you like the double broad, like,
Mm-hmm.
or the stab. That's my case, but I do love a good juicy flex because I don't know, it's the type of, what would be the next person's choice and why.
I like that.
That's good.
All right.
I like that question. It's a good one. So we're gonna start talking about nips at the start of the next episode. I'm not gonna reveal who's going to be the next guest for the show, but we do have a very special one. So I'm really excited for that. Kari, I would really like to thank you for joining us today. It was wonderful to have you here. We did have some technical issues, but we will
Yes.
resolve that all in
Oh,
the aftermath and with the editing. No worries. In the video later on, everybody can see you very clear, and there
Your beautiful
will not
face.
be any issues at all. No worries.
yeah, I hope
Definitely.
it shows. I have to say thank you, both of you. You made my morning. I love it. This was amazing. Amazing to talk about what I like. Amazing to listen to you. And I get excited about the new products. Joost, you're so guilty about it. You don't have any idea. But
I'm
again,
so sorry.
I'm excited. And thank you so much
That's
for
good.
having me. And thank you for opening the doors for the journaling community also. That's something that
Of
I like
course.
about this community.
It was
Yeah, of
great
course, of
chatting with you,
course.
Kari.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
and hopefully we can see you back as another guest on the show, or maybe we have to do another pen quiz series, and
Yes,
then you can come there and win again.
High
So
take the
stakes.
prize.
let's see that. Yeah, Lori, thank you so much for joining as a
Thank
co-host. This
you.
is the first of 5 episodes. I hope that you can keep up with me for those five
I'm going to
episodes,
do my
and
best.
that you that you will not get sick of me after a couple of episodes. Everybody that was joining, thank you so much, Wendy, for joining.
Yes,
It was a
thank
Hi,
you,
pleasure.
Wendy.
everybody.
Really appreciate all the input. And well, we see you guys again next week. If you are watching this right now on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, on the Juicy Broads YouTube channel. Head over to Instagram to kari.bullet.journal.
Thank you.
Follow Kari. Go to Instagram and have a look at Time with Tata, and you can follow her there as well. Thank you again all, and we see
Thank
you
you,
guys next
everybody.
week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.